Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Cups and Cakes Vinyl Unveil. And this is a very special one because we have iconic Canadian hero Gord Downie's final work. This is the final songs, the very last songs he wrote before he passed. I do believe that there is still more unreleased Gord Downie stuff sort of in the archives kicking around, but we know for a fact that these were sort of his final songs. So the album's called Away Is Mine, and it came out on October 16th, 2020 through Arts and Crafts. They had worked together the last few Gord Downie releases. I kept this is the jacket that actually, or the plastic slip that came with the record from Arts and Crafts, because they did the barcode on that instead of actually having it on the artwork itself on the backside. Speaking of the artwork, this artwork was done by Gord Downie's children, Willow and Claire. It's very, very nice cover art here. And there's a whole lot of stuff that we're going to be showing you on this episode, because a lot came with this record, making it one of the more expensive ones that I purchased recently, but I think it's really worth it. It's a beautiful record. We reviewed it for a pick of the week upon its release. Noreen wrote a lovely review for it. I'll throw a link up to that in the description on YouTube, or if you're watching this on our website, there'll be a hyperlink as well that you can go and read what Noreen had to say about it. So about the record itself, all the lyrics by Gord Downie, but him and Josh Finlayson of the Gold Diggers did this album together. Let's show you the gatefold first before I start rambling. That's really nice. So he and Josh did all the music together, lyrics all by Gord Downie, and really, really great record. And the reason it's a double LP here is because one of the LPs is the electric version, the kind of the one that was actually released, but they also included the acoustic. I guess maybe they're demos of these songs. I believe Josh Finlayson kind of felt like the stripped down version. He had so much love for those as well that he wanted to include it in this packaging. I don't know how all the decisions were made for what they were going to do with this, obviously, because it came out posthumously, but I would assume that Josh had a fair bit of say in how it came out. All right, so let's look at the LPs themselves. So this is on 180 gram vinyl, black obviously, and it's cut at 45 RPM. You can see that right there. So the sound quality on this is most likely going to be superb. I would imagine that they made very good sure, pardon my terrible English, made sure that it was at the utmost quality. So I'm very excited to throw this on my turntable, because I actually haven't listened to this record yet. I'm opening it up here in December now. So it'll kind of be something I'll be putting on the turntable over the holidays while I'm stuck in my home, like everybody else. Hopefully you're staying stuck in your home. So those are the LPs. Oh, you know what? Let me just quickly, before I put it back, I'll catch this is an etched code here. We'll show you that real quick. So I'm looking at side 3 here. So there you see the 3 in brackets. All the other ones I would assume will simply have whatever corresponding side they are. And there you go right there, the Arts and Crafts 195 LP2 side B. Cool. So that is the records themselves. I should also quickly note that this is limited to 6,000 LPs or packages, and that may seem like a lot for a limited thing, but we are talking about Gord Downie here, so if you haven't got yourself a copy of this, supplies will be limited, and once it's gone, it's going to be gone, and that'll be that. Finally, let's take a look at this little booklet that came with it. So we're looking at lyrics here, I believe. Oh, here's some lyrics. So some of the notes, some of the session notes, and some of the lyrics. I gotta say, this packaging really is superb. Kudos to Arts and Crafts for how they went about putting this one out, honoring the greatest Canadian songwriter, or songsmith, I guess we could say. If you want to pause your screen and give that a read, you're welcome to. We'll do the same here. I'll just sort of pause that. This will be some reading for me over the holidays. And the final page here, the credits. The thank yous. Beautiful. Well, there you have it. That is Gord Downie's Away Is Mine, his final recorded work. Check it out. Obviously, Gord Downie is a fixture. One of the Tragically Hip, perhaps the most important Canadian band of all time. I mean, I say perhaps, but I think I could probably just say they are. Gord Downie stood for a lot of stuff that pretty much Canadians in general all believe, or at least the good ones. He was a great human being from what I've read about him, from what I know about him, and obviously we were very sad as a nation to see him pass, but luckily he gave us some more artwork before he said his goodbyes, and we'll have a few more lasting memories that we can forge with Mr. Gord Downie. All right, that is it for this edition of the Cups and Cakes Vinyl Unveil. Thank you so much for tuning in. Come back in another 2 weeks when we will open up something else from this great nation, this vast land. And we will keep doing these every 2 weeks, always finding something cool for you to check out. I urge you to purchase music, buy music, especially right now in this pandemic. Some of the smaller indie artists are really struggling, so Bandcamp's doing this wonderful thing on the first Friday of each month where they forego all their sales fees. So I would maybe come back to the Cups and Cakes network, find some music that you like, and then hold off on purchasing it until the first Friday of a new month, and pick it up then, and do what you can to help some of these wonderful musicians that give us so much. All right, that's it. See you in 2 weeks.